How many times? How many times do I need to put myself through this? Hello everyone, I hope this show finds you well. Welcome to the Brandon Dilworth Show. This is a show of Sentence Mac, episode 99. The 100th show is coming sooner than you think next week. And I am so thankful to the Lord, so thankful to y'all for helping me make it this far. I'm so very thankful that there is not a Falcons game the week of that show. And before I once again wallow in my despair, let's rock and roll with some feel good content. You might be seeing things, y'all. Sure enough, that's an aluminum snare drum. That is an aluminum foil snare drum. Believe it or not, this guy has decided to make a drum shell out of aluminum foil, install lugs and hoops on it, and this is what it sounds like. You obviously can't crank it, but can you groove it? Before I get into this week and how I'm doing with that team, I gotta comment on this team. Sadly, Atlanta United, my team that I actually enjoy, they got sent out of the playoffs, sent home by Columbus Crew. Even though they're out of the playoffs, I have no complaints about this team. I have been blessed to follow this team since the inception. Good memories about this. Going with mom, darn near losing my voice this year, and I'm gonna put this gently back into my dresser till next season. And I feel good about what they're gonna do in the next season. The team I'm about to talk about, on the other hand, I do not feel that way at all. And on that note, it's time for this week's
Falcons Welfare Check.
You know, I would say that I'm tired, but that would be an insult to tired people. And you know, when you've been around for nearly 100 episodes, you're gonna make mistakes along the way. And creating a segment dedicated to a team that I thought was going to turn their fortunes around ranks among one of the biggest mistakes I made during my 7-year run. 5.5 if you leave off the drum covers and vlogs and all the extra crap. I feel lied to, cheated, deceived, and downright embarrassed. It is like I just watched almost a darn sequel of the last game, where the defense tough one half and then wanted to go soft the next. By the way, I saw a FedEx plane looming over my house. And you know something? Arthur Smith's father is actually the founder of FedEx. I wanted that plane. It's for him because I don't know how long he's going to be coaching for the Falcons. And it's one thing to lose a game, right? It's another thing to lose to a team that was heading into this particular matchup 1-8. 1-8. This is the kind of stuff where truth is stranger than fiction. I don't see how we gonna last. Cause I'm tired of looking like Lunette's illegitimate brother nearly every single week. How many times? How many times do I need to put myself through this? Play this statement from last year. I wanted better, but I know better. Guys and girls, that particular statement is the story of my football life. Forgive me, Lord. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I'm sick and tired. I dedicated a segment to this team that I thought was going to do better, at least slightly better, and this is what I deal with. I'm done. Keep me in your prayers. Ladies and gentlemen, that was your
Falcons Welfare Check.
And now it's time for this segment where things go wrong without warning, and to that we say,
Oh, snap!
now the college dorm life has its attributes. The money you had to spend on parking, crazy student neighbors, and my favorite, outlandish pranks. Case in point, this guy's roommates removed the wood out from under his bed, sending him sinking faster than his college grades.
That was pretty good.
At least he got gagged on the ground floor. Unlike this guy, who winds up dropping out.
What the
The man karate kicks his buddy's bunk and makes the guy think twice about claiming a top mattress. But what's worse, getting bedrocked
Test one.
or nut cracked? These guys are testing out a contraption that hits people between the legs.
Alright, come in.
And after testing, they're ready to put this thing in action. The first few victims don't react well enough. But the fourth is on target.
Come on in.
Bullseye. At least parents know their children are not too stressed from the studies. Even on occasion, they act a little nutty. You know when you think of shows like Seinfeld or Monday Night Raw, or in this case of YouTube, Cute Win Fail, The Annoying Orange, among others, you don't immediately say, hey, their shows were great, their first shows were awesome. Except for rare occasions, that's not always the case. Sometimes their shows can be subpar. I know when I watched my first episode earlier this year, to say it was a cringe fest would be putting it very, very mildly. But along these 7 years, I have learned, grown, and I'm always constantly evolving. And I'll save all my thank yous for the 100th, but I will say this. I've learned along the way that you can't start your 100th without starting your first. Think, but be bold, and never be afraid to take some chances. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the show. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and click on the bell. And my 100th is next week. Don't forget that. And don't forget to check out my podcast, The Kick Back and Kick Out. I do wrestling news, rumors, and stuff in between. It's on the PSF app, free on Apple and Android devices. And search me under Pro Sports Fans. And until we meet again for the 100th episode, stay safe, God bless, and don't forget to love yourself and one another.